The exclusive Buzz session, Nashville's Rock Station, 1029 The Buzz. So with 50-some songs written, do you, and you continue to always write songs, do you foresee parlaying any of that to the next record, or do you see any of that,
Yeah, there's a
those
couple,
ideas or thought starters?
and there was a couple of songs just towards the end of recording that were really close to being finished, but we just didn't quite get them to where we were all happy with them. And I can definitely see a couple of those songs.
And
making
having been in America now for 10 months now, you've probably had ample time since those 50 to probably start writing some more, huh?
Yeah, yes and no. I mean, we've had a lot of time, but no, we haven't written a lot.
Yeah.
So, I mean, touring is just so intense. I think we're just starting to feel like it's time to get some stuff written. But it's just like there isn't a lot of time. You know, you're traveling and then you get to a show, you sound check and you play, and so and also we have a real comfort zone in our studio back home. So when we're there, you've got everything like there's keyboards, everything's set up ready to go. So it's really conducive, and I kind of like writing when there's sometimes like lyrics won't come until there's drums and keys and everything there. So because it's an inspiring kind of palette, sort of backdrop to write to. So, but we're starting to write now.
Keith, you said something interesting there. Take folks through. You guys are in the hyper extended van stage of life right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Take us through, because everyone thinks about the great grand rock star lifestyle and stage and fans and coke and hookers and tons of booze and stuff. So you wake up at the crack of noon. You come in, you play an acoustic set like this.
Yeah.
Is it? It's the 40-minute set, 60-minute set, 70, 90-minute set that you get to play during the day. What do you do the other 20 some hours of the day?
You try and get a couple of hours sleep in. I mean, a lot of it's traveling. So I mean, like yesterday, I think we travelled about 8 hours. Where were we yesterday?
Columbus?
No idea.
Columbus.
Yeah, we
The
were,
wonderful
yeah.
Columbus.
You're
That
right.
feels
Yeah.
like about a week ago. So we spent about 8 hours traveling, and then there's sound check time, which you might take load in, and sound check might take a couple of hours.
And then, like, how much of this stuff, the press, your media, your...
Yeah, I mean, most days we do something obviously not as good as this, but most days we do something similar. Sometimes 2 sessions, and so I mean, there's a lot of sometimes we'll play three sets. Like there'd be 2 radio sessions and a show at night.
This is part of the gig.
Yeah, I mean, it's what we signed up for.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's refreshing to hear that, and it's great for people to hear that because there really are different takes on how different musicians approach this, either as their job or they just take it as a lark. Or
Yeah, I mean, it's always been something that's been serious for us. I mean, because it takes a lot of time to develop the music to a certain level. I mean, I think that obviously there have been certain bands who've been able to take it, been quite casual about the way they do it, and that's good for them. But I don't know if it wouldn't work for us.
Well, you're doing something right when Lollapalooza invites you to play, and you guys got a set that you're going to be doing there.
Yeah,
That sounds pretty dope.
That's going to be
I love
exciting
that
day.
festival. It's great. Grant Park in Chicago.
Yeah.
When they first announced that they were in Lollapalooza, there probably I'd say about 6 or 7 years ago. I didn't get it until I started going, and now I'm hooked on it. I go every year
Really?
because it's in the perfect place, right in the middle of America. You can spill out into the fantastic city that is Chicago.
Yeah.
I'll take that over the tent city down at Bonnaroo any day, quite frankly.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we've been to the park. We haven't been to the festival, but it looks
Yeah.
amazing. So I can imagine.
Yeah. I like showering. That's why I like the Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we're all about showering. Too.
I saw you guys got to play with the neighborhood earlier. Probably
We
less
did a
than,
couple of shows. They're
yeah.
great. Really nice guys.
Sweet. They got a great track out right now, obviously. And
Yeah.
do you get to play with a lot of people that you dig, or just that?
Yeah, I mean, we've a bit of a thrill the other day was we did a couple of shows with Jimmy Eat World because growing up, Jimmy Eat World
Yeah.
is just like I mean that's a classic album that Bleed American.
Yeah,
and,
Bleed American. Yeah.
And he was just the sweetest dude. There was no rock star BS with him, which was great.
Yeah, it's like the bass player looks like your older brother.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing. Or like I saw him play in L.A. I saw you guys at Weenie Roast a few weeks ago, and it's like, that looks like my Uncle Ted playing on bass. I didn't know if it was a compliment or not. I couldn't figure
Did you tell him that?
I should
Yeah.
have. That's great. So you guys go and you do a show like that where you're playing an outdoor fest and you get maybe what, a 30-minute set, 25, 30-minute
I
set?
think we had a half hour. Yeah.
Half hour. How does that differ from what folks are going to see tonight when you're in a club setting,
Well, I
nightclub
think
setting?
tonight's set's probably around 70 minutes, 60 to 70 minutes, depending on how long we jam out a few songs. But I mean, obviously, with our show, we're free to play as long as we want. So we do the whole album and maybe throw in a few surprises.
I always wonder how a band adjusts when they're playing outside to having sound like move from one side to the other. You know, that's what we hear in the audience. How like when wind blows.
On the wind,
Yeah.
we don't notice that.
Oh, so you
On
guys
stage,
don't have to.
no, we don't hear all
Strictly just monitors.
Yeah, we have in-ear monitors normally.
That's the way to roll.
Yeah.
Good, good. The folks got to hear Trojans here a number of months ago, and it's been almost, I would say, almost a year. This one and Madness by Muse have been two of the longest charters for the better part of the last year in the alternate world, and that's you're both to be, all of you are to be commended. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Trojans is our third and final tune here for the Buzz session. Before we get to it, anybody here want to ask a question of the folks here from Atlas Genius? Anyone? Anyone? This is your moment.
Ask away.
The nerves have gotten, the rain must have gotten their nerves.
All the information is available on the internet anyway, so you don't need to ask questions.
Quick plug for you guys then. Follow you guys, big Twitter guys. I saw you were a Twitter when I was doing
Yeah,
my
we're
homework.
big on Twitter and Instagram. Keeps
Okay.
us interested, keeps us occupied when we're traveling around.
And connected, obviously, with the folks that
Well,
are
yeah, that's right.
a good interaction.
Yeah.
You guys are really part of the interactive age as opposed to like, 1977 vinyl, but I saw you guys did release some
We did,
some
yeah.
vinyl. Sounds great.
I'm all about. Yeah, well, we actually haven't listened to that vinyl though. We've got it, but because we don't have a
Player in the
player
car.
in the van, they don't make mobile record.
Maybe what,
players.
like 10,000? Something like that?
What's that?
Limited edition on that vinyl that they
There's
released?
just 2 mil. I need 2 million of those.
2
So
million?
you better scoop those up.
Trojans, it's Nashville's rock station, 102.9 The Buzz.